Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your March 2024 General Tarot Reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit. So let's see what is on the horizon for you. We have just had the full moon in Virgo last Saturday. We're still a little bit in the shadow of that, but moving out of that and entering eclipse season. So we will see how that may be playing out in the month of March. Okay, you have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. And then Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Okay, so... Okay, Gemini, you're going on a new journey. There's almost this sense, and it does not mean that you're not on the right path, but this is truly surrendering to allowing the journey to open up options, new options for you in whatever way the universe wants them to be opened up, because it's taking you to something. I mean, this is the Cow Spirit, right? The miracles are endless. This is taking you somewhere. So this is the energy that when we have our mind set on a certain expectation, right? And we're focusing on that, whether we realize it or not, we are literally controlling the situation out of our fear of not receiving what it is that we truly want, right? This is a little bit about surrendering to the journey and knowing that your spirit guides, your angels are taking you on a path that is even more miraculous, more spectacular, more abundant, more loving than what it is that you think is going to bring you the happiness and the joy that you are wanting. So this is a kind of like, you know, I read this the other day and I think it was Colette Baron Reed that said this, that, you know, maps only hold the information, and I'm saying that because there's a map there, right? Maps hold the information of where we've been. They don't really, I mean, when we come to this energy of a wandering path, we're entering a time when we don't know exactly where it's going to lead, okay? So this could be a new opportunity, a new relationship, a new career opportunity that's coming onto your path. We don't know exactly where it's going to go because it's something new, but it's kind of like, I feel like you're getting breadcrumbs of something that's opening up for you, a new path. And it's kind of like allowing yourself to follow the breadcrumbs, to see where this goes, because it's so beautiful. You definitely want to take this. This could be a little bit of a detour. I always feel like, you know, the fox is kind of like coming in here to let you know that there's something cunning, you know, something extremely smart about some new option that's opening up for you. Yes. So you have a big decision coming up. You have the fork in the road. So let's see what's leading up to this. There's something that you're eliminating here, Gemini, with the chop wood, okay? So chop wood is doing those things on a daily basis that will help you to be, this is a sense of preparation, of getting ready to go in a new, okay, so if you were to kind of like, once again, this energy of traveling on a new path, right? So let's say you were going to go on a vacation. You were going to go on a trip. There's so much preparation that you do before you actually go on the trip, right? First, you might check out the weather or the climate for the location, the destination. You might make reservations, right? You buy clothes to fit the weather that's going to be there. You may have to hire somebody to take care of your pets or something like that, right? You may stop your mail. You may forward your messages, right? You may check, you know, to make sure you have all of the documents you may need, you know, your passport, health insurance card, whatever, driver's license, you know. It's kind of like there's so much preparation that we do before we go on a trip. It's not like, you know, sometimes you may have that spontaneous trip, but if you're going on a trip, you usually prepare in some way. And the reason that we prepare is so that when we get there, we can enjoy ourselves. We don't have to worry about the passport that we left at home or the fact that we brought all of the wrong clothes, right? We can enjoy the time that we are there. And I feel like there's something here about preparation. This is about preparing. This is about cutting out some distractions that are perhaps not allowing you to prepare for this new path that is definitely opening up for you. Yeah, I feel like you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into committing to yourself. Okay, so Gemini, you have the Lost card, right? So this could be that you're focusing on how things maybe didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, or you're not as far along on your path as you wanted to be by now. It's kind of like allowing yourself, like you may have a big goal, like, you're trying to launch your own business or get a new job or find a romantic partner, whatever this is, right? Buy a new house, travel. It's understanding what have you allowed to hold yourself back from preparing for this. So if you wanted to launch a business, think about all the things that you may have to do before you can actually launch the business. And then asking yourself, if you haven't been putting time and energy into completing those tasks, asking yourself the question, why? Because there is the energy here of understanding that there's only love and fear. And sometimes when we are in the energy of not being able to take the steps necessary to bring this in, right? This beautiful energy. It's because we're concentrating on what we may fear. So you're wanting to launch a business and it's going to be a website business, right? And so, you have to set up a website. You may have to, set up an LLC. You have products maybe that you need to create, right? You have branding. You have, all these things. But you may be a little bit overwhelmed because you're kind of like looking out and you're kind of seeing all these things that you have to do, but you're feeling a little bit of a sense of overwhelm. So it's about committing. Yeah, committing to a plan that you have. It's committing to yourself. It's committing to what it is that you truly want. And it's really just taking it one step at a time. It's not, or perhaps, Gemini, this could be you too. Have you committed to planning it, but you haven't committed to taking action on it? It's planning and action. Do you keep making the same lists over and over again? Oh my gosh, I'm a Gemini, so I can relate to that. It's kind of like, you make a list for the trip that you're going to go on, but then you just keep making the list. It's like, okay, have you taken any action on the list? And allowing yourself not to get overwhelmed by the list, right? But this is very much that Virgo energy. We just had the full moon in Virgo, right? About that full moon in Virgo may have brought up some energies around or emotions, fears around not getting things done that you would like to get done that are in alignment with where you want to go, right? But asking yourself, okay, why am I not putting the time and energy into that? What is holding me back? Yeah, you have the devil energy coming out. It's expectations. Are you putting too much expectation on yourself as if this doesn't happen the way that I want it to happen, that it kind of like reflects on who you are as a person? Is there some attachment that you have to the certain outcome? Like anticipating for that trip, but feeling like the trip has to be so spectacular that you're almost putting too much pressure on it instead of enjoying the trip. Do you have a plan Do you have a plan, but you're sticking to the trip? I mean, sticking to the plan so much, right? That you're not allowing yourself to open up to new possibilities that are on the path. There's something here that you're kind of attached to. Okay, the devil energy is either a mindset, a plan, an expectation. There's something here that, are you expecting somebody or something or this situation that, are you expecting it to give you something that it hasn't yet given you? So it's kind of like launching a business, right? And you're expecting maybe financial reward out of it. But when we step into the energy of truly putting our love out there, in a loving way and not having any fear or expectation attached to it, then what reflects back to us is love in the form of abundance, right? Let's see what this devil is. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of like preventing yourself from going in a new direction. It's almost as if, no, I have a plan, I'm sticking to the plan, right? And perhaps part of it is because in the past you've had a hard time committing to yourself, right? Either you have a plan, there's two scenarios. Either you have a plan, but you're not sticking to the plan, or you have a plan and you're not allowing yourself to be flexible if needed and open to new ideas, new possibilities. It's, very much a Gemini energy because you are the twins, right? It's understanding that there's more options available to you than you think, but it's kind of like, I feel like you're sitting, no, this is the plan. This is the plan I'm on. But the universe is trying to bring in some different options. Yeah, I feel like this really has to do with your work, okay? Or a project or a trip that you're planning, right? But understanding it's time to take action on this. You're staying too connected to thinking that something has to work out the way that you've got it planned. Okay, so this would be the scenario, right? Is that, you get on a cruise ship. Okay, I'm saying a ship because so you're going on this trip. You get on the cruise ship. You think that you're going to the Bahamas, okay? That's your destination. But then a storm comes up or something happens to the boat. And they say, oh, well, wait a minute. We have to go on this detour. So instead of going to the Bahamas, we're going to Nova Scotia. So all of a sudden, do you have the right clothes, right? You don't have the right clothes because you thought you were going to go to the Bahamas and wear a bathing suit. And now all of a sudden, you're going up to freezing temperatures in Nova Scotia. I feel like there's something here that there's been a new path that is wanting to open up for you, but you're saying, no, wait a minute, I don't have the clothes to go to Nova Scotia. So you have to take me to the Bahamas. And the captain is saying, Bahamas is off. Okay, off limits. There's a hurricane coming to Bahamas. And so you can't go to the Bahamas. But you're like, but I wanted to go to the Bahamas. That's the devil energy, right? That's kind of like, but that's not my plan. My plan was over here. This is the universe saying, prepare. If nothing else, prepare. Allow yourself to detach, okay? Detach from some plan that you have because there is something big and miraculous coming in. But if you keep saying to the captain of the ship, take me to the Bahamas, you're going to end up in a hurricane. It's allowing yourself to say, well, I don't really have the clothes for Nova Scotia, but luckily there's some extra blankets in the closet, or I'll buy clothes when I get there, or whatever, and enjoying what happens in Nova Scotia. In other words, your guides are saying, we're guiding you towards something that is more spectacular than the Bahamas. And I know right now, in the middle of the winter, you might be saying, what's so special? But you get there, and all of a sudden, there's a huge festival and you meet all these new people, and then you end up saying, you know what, I want to move to Nova Scotia. You have so much fun, right? It takes you on a completely different path. And that is the thing. You're wanting things to stay the same. You're kind of like, no, I'm attached to my life the way it is, or I'm attached to my plan. And this is new. This is something that is coming in. You have a big decision to make. You have a fork in the road. It's kind of like if it's kind of like that old show, The Price is Right. Okay, I'm so aging myself. But it was a game show, and they had 3 doors, right? And if you got the answer right or something, your prize was behind either door 1, door 2, door 3, right? And so the contestant would pick, and sometimes behind, say they picked door 1. Well, there could be a new car behind there, or a trip, or a refrigerator, or maybe a goat. You just never knew what was going to be behind the door. And that's what they're saying, that life is actually more of an adventure. It's more mysterious, perhaps, but maybe it is time to have a little bit more of a sense of adventure. And instead of thinking, oh, I have to always go with door 2, understanding there are some other options that are available to you. Opening up the idea of, well, you know what? Maybe I'll try door 3 this time. Maybe I'll try a different path. Maybe my plan was a good plan, but maybe there are some other options. It's stepping into your power, and not, this comes back to love and fear, because you have the Ace of Cups here, right? I feel like you've closed the idea of a door. This could be you focusing on your career, thinking this is the direction I'm going in. And all of a sudden, love knocks at the door, right? This is the energy of thinking, this is the direction of my life. This is my plan. I'm going forward. I'm committing to me and committing to my plan. And then all of a sudden, there's a knock at the door. There's a knock that takes you into the energy of making a decision, of trying to decide, okay, what is it that I really want? I feel like you're going to analyze it. Well, how is this balancing me out, right? Where is this taking me? You have the 8 of Cups. Oh my goodness, this is something that, if you think about it, the 8 and the 1 make 9 of Cups. It's like the universe is knocking and saying, Gemini, look at this other option, because this other option leads you to exactly what your heart truly desires. You don't see this. I believe this comes in completely out of the blue, but it only can come in, only can be available to you if you allow yourself to not be quite so attached to your plan. Yeah. Here's the offer. The Ace, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I think for a lot of you, this is love. I think for some of you, this could be actually love returning from someone that broke your heart previously. Okay, because we have the Page of Cups, and it does not have to be romantic. It could be family, it could be friend. But it's almost like, I think you've been attached to the idea that this person broke your heart. And so it's kind of like, that person is, I'm done. I'm closing the door. That person is no longer in my life, right? Door 1 is off limits. I'm no longer opening that door. But here's the thing. I think that this person comes back, and that this is actually an opportunity for a new start, a beautiful new start in love. Now, if it's not the same person, I feel like, because the Emperor is somebody that's your counterpart, right? The Emperor and the Empress. It's your divine counterpart, somebody that's coming in onto your path. But you have to allow yourself to say, I'm not closing my heart to love anymore. I'm leaving that option open. I may be focusing on my career right now, but I'm leaving the option of romance open. I'm leaving the option for perhaps somebody to come back to offer their love, because we have the Page of Cups. This is really like, and the Page of Pentacles. Like, I mean, I feel like it's a grounded, solid situation. I want to, let's take a look at the Emperor energy. And Gemini, I don't usually go the love route, but I feel like this is an opportunity that is actually miraculous. And that's why it could be a family or a friend situation. It is the number 15, and 1 + 5 = 6. Like you're finding victory in the situation. Sixes are all about victory. Something that, has moved into a very happy, healthy type of relationship. So let's see what the Emperor is. Yeah, there's healing energy here. Moving beyond a difficult ending. Being able to move beyond that and to truly heal it. And once again, this could be the energy of a family, a friend. It could be a romantic partner. It's somebody in your life that I feel like you have said no more. Or once again, it could be romance in general, right? And you closed that door. You've said no more. But this is allowing you to know. I feel like with the wandering path too, I feel like the two of you perhaps ended something in the past. You had to go your own ways and wander through doing your own healing. This could be very much a twin flame energy, right? In order to come back together. It's almost like the divine is having your paths cross in some way. But I feel like this person, I don't think that you're really reaching out to this person. I think this person is reaching out to you. And, with the 8 of Swords here, I think that this is a decision that's weighing heavy on their mind at this time. So this may not come in exactly in March, okay? So let me pull a timing card. This may not come in March, but this is the energy. Remember, at the beginning of this reading, it was preparing, right? It's allowing yourself to prepare for this person or this situation to come onto your path. I feel like this is a relationship, okay? Once again, it could be new, but it could be somebody returning. But it's kind of like allowing yourself to get into the energy of saying, I'm open, right? And just allowing that openness to be in your heart so that this situation can heal and come in. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay. Oh, I think that this is somebody that has not been in your life for a long time. And if you look on the clock, it's like 9. So maybe for 9 years, at least 9 months, right? This is somebody that left your life in one way or another, whether, it was mutual or whatever. It's, a difficult ending. We have a 10 of Swords. Somebody that left your life like 9 years ago or somehow around that. And that it is in progress now. Look at that, the owl energy, the Hierophant, right? This could be even somebody that you were married to or had a long-term committed relationship with. It's in progress now. That's why this is an energy of preparing for this person, okay? And then you have in April. So, I feel like it's in progress now and through the month of March. And then I feel like you hear from this person in April. But I think that the reason this reading is coming out, if you're resonating with it, Gemini, is because it does require for you to start clearing out some of, there's only love and fear. So if you're fearful of this person returning, right, it's recognizing that that's all that's going to be reflected back to you. It's about allowing yourself to be in a loving place and understanding that there is only love and fear. Asking yourself, what is fearful to you, or what do you get anxious about when you feel like this person might be returning to you? And it doesn't mean you have to reunite, right? It could be just a conversation, but asking yourself what fears pop up within you and understanding that that is where you can love yourself, right? helping to heal those wounds within yourself so that your heart can open to whether it is this person returning or a new person coming in, right? That you have the energy of an open heart. Yes. Beautiful energy here, Gemini. Beautiful energy of really somebody. I feel like, you know, you have the healing light. You have the teacher. I feel like this helps you to understand love in a much deeper way. There is a sense of forgiveness, you know, of working on the energy of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not condoning somebody's actions, right? Forgiveness is allowing ourselves to release from any emotions of resentment or regret, guilt, shame, allowing those emotions to be released so that we're free from those, right? We're not attached. We're not attached to fearing this person or fearing the emotions that are triggered when we think about this person, or releasing, detaching from any feelings of resentment or regret, shame, or guilt that come with this situation. That by doing that, you are literally putting your love out into the world. You see how those butterflies are flying out, right? This is you sending your love out into the world. That even if it doesn't quite change the impact of this relationship, which I know it is, but it helps you to attract in new romantic love or new connections, new soul tribe connections, okay, that are more in alignment with this higher level. In other words, this is helping you to raise your vibration to a higher level and attract in people that are on that higher level. Wow, really powerful, Gemini. Very powerful. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And I do personal readings, Gemini, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. What passion am I ready to pursue? Yeah, your passions will continuously lead you to your purpose. What passions have you put to the side, given up on, or buried? What passion is ready to come alive in you? Trust your soul's whispering and let your passions draw you towards your dream life. Okay, so once again, this wandering path. I feel like you're on this journey of reattaching or reconnecting, I should say, to your own heart, your passions, romance, friendships, relationships, connections. All of that is very much part of our heart chakra and sacral chakra. So it's understanding that you are on this kind of a journey. And I would say from now until probably the 4/4 portal, because you have in April, right? Opening up, because we're going into eclipse season, opening up to seeing how when we are in that energy of love and an open heart, and allowing ourselves to forgive others and to forgive ourselves, right? We live in love. We are love. And you're shining your loving light, right? Very brightly. That when we're in that place, we attract in people and situations that are in better alignment with who we are and who we want to be. We want to be in that loving energy instead of the fearful energy. Just keep that in mind. Stay in that loving energy. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I really and truly love you, and I appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.